Shri Gurubhyo Namaha children, welcome to our online teaching academy XII. We are in 12th standard entrepreneurship and we are in unit 3 enterprise marketing. Now in our previous class we have been discussing about what is marketing strategy. Now what is marketing strategy? It is a comprehensive plan which helps you or which facilitates in the exchange of goods and services, right? Now I said marketing strategy is a very elaborate topic and we had been going through the components of marketing mix. So in the component of marketing mix we discussed about the products, about the promotion, about the price, and we were discussing about the place as one of the components of marketing mix, right? And you know, location plays a very important role in the success of a business or a product. It is not only the location but also the channel that you choose to distribute your product also plays a very important role, right? Now how to choose your channel of distribution? We discussed that there are 4 channels of distribution. First, either the producer can directly sell his product to the consumer, or he can sell it to the retailer and then to the consumer, that is one level. Then second level is where he can sell it to the wholesaler, retailer and then to the consumer, or he can sell it to the agent, to the wholesaler, then to the retailer and then to the consumer. So that depends upon the type of the product that you are selling, the nature of the product that you are having in your hand. It all depends upon the type of the product that you want to bring into the market, right? So channel is the bridge between the producer and the consumer. So the producer should keep in mind lot of factors before he decides on to select the channel of distribution, right? Before he selects the channel, there are a lot of factors that he should keep in mind. What are the factors? That's what we are going to go through in today's class, right? Now factors considered for selecting channels of distribution. So consideration related to the product. Okay, consideration related to the product, consideration related to the market, consideration related to the manufacturer or company, considerations related to the government, and then you have others. Now what are the consideration? Let us see what are the consideration related to the product. First is unit value. Now when the product is very costly, it is best that the consumer, the producer chooses the smaller channel of distribution. If your product is not very costly, then you can go for a larger channel, right? So when the product is very costly, it is best to choose a small distribution channel. For example, industrial machinery or gold ornaments are very costly products. So a small distribution channel is used. Now for less costly products, a long distribution channel is used. Fine. Okay. Next, standardized or customized product. Standardized products are those for which cost is predetermined. Already you know the cost. Okay, the cost is not going to change. For example, flask. The cost of the flask is already determined, then it is not going to change at all. Okay, it is standardized. So, which is predetermined and there is no scope for any alteration. For example, utensils of Milton, to sell this long distribution channel is used. Okay, next. Customized product. What are customized product? Customized product, for example, I want to buy a sofa, or I want to buy, I want to make a cot, or I want to make a dining table. I can go to a furniture mart, I can tell them this is how I want. I can alter it, I can do alteration, whatever alterations I want to do, I can do. So customize the product, fine. So customized products are those which are made according to the discretion of the consumer, and also there is a scope for alteration. For such products, face-to-face interaction between the manufacturer and the consumer is essential. So, direct sales, you don't need a middleman at all in this case. Fine. Okay. Next, perishable. What do you mean by perishable? Things which will perish. which will die very fast. For example, tomatoes or brinjals that you are going to cultivate in a land where you have a 1 acre of land, and hardly you are going to produce very little, isn't it? So you don't need a very long channel of distribution for this. You can yourself have a truck and go and sell it in the marketplace. Supposing you have 100 acres of land, then obviously this is not possible. So depends upon the nature, depends upon the quantity that you are producing, you should decide on the channel of distribution. So a manufacturer should choose minimum or no middleman as channel of distribution for such an item or product which is of highly perishable nature. So there are durable goods. Durable goods, you do not go for any direct sale at all because it's going to last for a long time, isn't it? So a long distribution channel can be selected for a durable good. Okay, next. Technical nature. Now supposing you're going to order something like very technical, and you want to learn about it directly from the manufacturer, then it's better you have a direct contact with your consumer. Fine. So if a product is of technical nature, then it is better to supply it directly to the consumer. So this will help the user to know the necessary technicalities of the product. Okay. Consideration related to the market. Now if the number is more, then what channel you should select? If the number is less, then what channel you should select? So number of buyers. If the number of buyers is large, then it is better that you take the service of the middleman for the distribution of the goods. If it is going to be very large, it's not going to be under your control, right? Now the distribution should be done by the manufacturer directly if it is very small. Fine. Okay. Types of buyers. There are two types of buyers, general buyers and you have industrial buyers. If more buyers of the product belong to the general category, then there can be more middlemen. In case of industrial buyers, there can be fewer middlemen because you should need to have a direct contact. For example, you are going to sell a scooter or a particular machinery which is which you are specially ordered to make noodles or to manufacture something like maybe buckets or plastic items or whatever. So you have customized it, so you should have a personal contact, right? Okay, so type of buyers also determine. Buying habits. Now some people we have the habit of buying in small quantities. Some people have the habit of buying large quantities, right? So a manufacturer should take the service of the middleman if his or financial position does not permit him or her to sell goods on credit to those consumers who are in the habit of purchasing goods on credit. Now supposing some of us, we like to buy things on credit, but the seller is not in a position to sell anything on credit, right? So then it is better he goes for a larger chain of distribution. So buying quantity. So it is useful for the manufacturer to rely on the service of the middleman if the goods are bought in smaller quantity. Size of the market. If the market area of the product is scattered fairly, so it is not restricted to some geographical area, maybe all over India, all over the universe, then you should go for a, if it is scattered, then the producer must take the help of the middleman. So you can take a longer chain. Consideration related to manufacturer or the company. Supposing the company has a very goodwill. Goodwill, what is the goodwill? Is a good reputation it has a very good reputation in the market. Then you need not depend on the middleman at all. Directly he can have an outlet. See for Bata, Nike, there are so many companies, they manufacture in their own factory and they have their own outlets. And because of the goodwill, people flock. So manufacturer's goodwill also affects the selection of the channel of distribution. The manufacturer enjoying good reputation need not depend on the middleman as he can open his own branches easily. Okay. Desire to control. Supposing you want to control the channel of distribution, you have a feeling that if you are going to give your distribution to the wholesaler or the retailer or any middleman, you may not have a proper control over the product and the consumer. In such case, you need not depend on the channel of distribution at all. You can have a direct contact with the consumer and you can sell it directly. Okay. So if the manufacturer wants to control the channel of distribution, then you should opt for a shorter channel. So electronic goods sector with a motive to control the service level provided to the consumers at the point of sale or resorting to company owned retail counters. Fine. Already we have said the example of Bata, Nike and all that. Financial strength. If the company is not financially sound, then it is better that they don't depend on any middleman at all, right? So a company which has a strong financial base can evolve its own channels. So if you are very strong, you are very rich, okay, your company is very rich and very financially sound, then you can have your own channels. So financially weak companies would have to depend upon the middleman because they are not very strong in distribution, and if you are not going to distribute your products properly, then you may fail in the market, right? Okay. Consideration related to government. I am having a pharmaceutical company and I produce medicines, tablets, and you know, all medicines I produce. For example, I am having a pharmaceutical factory. No, I cannot just like that, you know, distribute it to any retailer. I cannot say, okay, Reliance, tomorrow you take this order and you can sell my medicines. No. So there are some government licensed outlets which can sell medicines. You need to have a license. Only then you can sell medicines, right? Pharmaceutical, medical shops and all, they have a license, okay? Only license holders can have a pharmaceutical outlet, fine. So if I am producing medicines, then I can only sell medicines to medical shops which are recognized and which have a license, okay? So consideration related to the government also affects the selection of channel of distribution. For example, only a license holder can sell medicines in the market according to the law of the government. The manufacturer of the medicines should take care that the distribution of this product takes place only, okay? So next one, what are the other factors? Cost. Now again, selecting the channel of distribution depends upon the cost. How strong am I? If I am financially strong, then I can opt, or I can select a channel of distribution depending upon my financial strength. Now if I am not very strong, to whatever my capacity is, I can select the channel. So cost. So a manufacturer should select such a channel of distribution which is less costly and also useful from all angles. So if you are going to spend lot of money in channel of distribution, obviously your cost will increase. So what is your aim? You should be able, whatever you produce should reach the consumer and it should be cost effective. You should make some profit out of it, isn't it? So as much as less cost, okay, less amount you should spend in distribution. If you reduce the cost of distribution, again you are going to save on your cost. You are going to get your profit, isn't it? You are going to get more profit. Alright. Availability. Sometimes you want to go for a particular channel of distribution, but it is not available. So what do you do? Among whatever is available, you choose and then make sure you are comfortable with it, okay? Sometimes some other channels of distribution can be selected if the desired one is not available, the best one, okay? Possibilities of sale. A channel which has a possibility of large sale should be given more weightage. A channel which has possibility of large sale, like wherever. Now you have a feeling that I said there are 3 levels, right? First level, second level, third level. You select the levels. So you have a feeling that if you select the first level, maybe if I select the first level, my sale will be higher. Then you should choose that one. So it depends upon your nature, the unit of sale, and all the other factors, the cost. Okay, all that you should take into consideration before you select the channel of distribution. Okay, so as I already told you, it is not only the location, but it is also the channel of distribution which is very important for you. Okay, that will determine the success as well as more profit. You make more profit if your expense is very less, isn't it? So the challenges that an entrepreneur faces are many in taking the greater idea or invention of all the way to a finished good. So it is not that easy. So you would have understood it's not enough if you invent something or you discover something. If you want the product to reach the market, really you have to work very hard. Once you have succeeded in doing it, then it is very easy for it. Once you have established, then you can develop from that. Okay. So many hurdles are there in way, such as patents, financing, marketing, trademarks, product branding, manufacture and distribution. So an entrepreneur's journey doesn't just stop with inventing a product. Okay, after inventing it, it should reach the customer. The customer should be totally satisfied. Okay, the success of the product totally depends upon his satisfaction. Only then you will be a success in the market. Okay, children, thank you. See you again in the next class with another topic. Thank you, children. To receive our online lessons, please press the subscribe button and you will receive the latest updates. Thank you.